ladies, this is Carla. Thanks for stopping by my channel today. I've got several more projects that I'd like to share with you. And if some of you have been following me and watching some of my videos, you're probably wondering, I wonder why she doesn't do a tutorial on these. Well, I kind of explained that in one of my videos. And if you didn't see that one, I'll just take a brief moment to tell you that this summer, I got really sick. I had a really bad viral infection, was sick for about 3 weeks with a really high fever, and I lost 14 pounds, and I couldn't eat. I couldn't eat, do much of anything. And the doctor said when you lose weight that fast, you lose your muscle. But I was just totally out of it for a long time. Plus, I also had foot surgery. So I felt so bad after I finally broke my fever from the infection, which they don't know what it was. It wasn't COVID. I didn't know for sure if I would even do this craft fair. I felt so awful, no energy at all. So I thought, well, I'll just do a lot of it, but I'm not going to be able to do tutorials because I don't have time. I just need to get done what I can. So that's why I'm showing you a lot of projects without going through step-by-step process on how I made it. Now, when I get through with all these projects, and I'm hoping to have more time, I'm going to be making some more things that maybe I can do a step-by-step process on a tutorial. Anyway, let's get started. Now, a lot of these things I'm going to show you are larger, so it's going to be kind of hard for me to get these into my camera frame, but I'm going to do the best I can. First, I'm going to show you these little candle holders. Now, I made these last year, and these are made out of 4x4 2x4s. 4x4s, I guess. And my husband cut these for me. I've got 3 different sizes. And then he used a Dremel to put a hole in the top, and I put one of those little tea light candles in there, and they really do look pretty. And there's 3 in a set. There's the smaller one, the medium size one, and then the larger one. Like I said, it's going to be kind of hard to get these all in. Now, I had purchased these little squares at Hobby Lobby, and I decided to use those as a base. I painted those black and just used wood glue to hold those on. Now, I will tell you that if you do bake these, I stained these. I just thought stain was pretty, and I'd done some other things with stain. I thought, they would kind of look nice on display together. But if you paint inside this hole or get it wet, the wood is going to expand, and my tea light won't fit now. So I'm going to have to go back and sand this out because it is swollen and it won't quite fit in there. So here's one set that I made. I'm going to try to move these out of the way. Another set I made is this set, same idea. This one I used the white chalk paint, and I used a mineral paint to kind of dry brush it on there. And this is more kind of, I think, a little country theme. Got these little beads and these little Christmas trees and this little kind of gingham check with the rustic bells, made the same way. There's the medium, the large, pretty much the same. And then here's a smaller one. I made these last year, and I took 2 sets and I sold them both. Here's the little trees. I just thought those turned out so cute. These are little Dollar Tree trees that I just painted to go with my gingham. Then the next set, gray's still pretty popular, so I painted these with a gray paint, then used white to kind of dry wash, and decorated those with some pine cone and berries, a little twine bow, twine around the bottom, and a little white bell on there. And those, again, are the large, the medium, and the small. I'm going to put these down. I'm going to run out of room up there. Now on these other two sets, I didn't put a base on the bottom. I didn't put a base on the bottom last year, and I thought these would be just fine without a base on the bottom. Okay, I did make some floral arrangements. Let's see if that's where I want to go. Before we do that, let me show you. I would call this a repurposed item. I'll try to share it with you. I found this at a sidewalk sale. This was that galvanized aluminum gray, and it's a dustpan, you know, you sweep it up. But I thought, you know, I could put something in that. So I took this kind of muslin fabric. Actually, this is a bag. I think I got these at the Dollar Tree. Got 2 of them. And then I just put some batting stuffing down in there. I've got this cute little owl. You can't really see his eyes. He's pretty furry. Snowflake, a little winter theme going on in there. And I painted it with, this is Farm Fresh chalk paint. Sealed it. And I didn't put any kind of wax on this. This is just fine. And I'm selling this for $30. I thought it was really cute. And it has a hanger on the back where you can hang it. And my candles, I sell those for $25 a set. I hope I can get this in my camera. This really turned out sweet. I like it. This also was a galvanized aluminum dustpan, much larger. I'm going to try to get this. If it sets up, it's going to tilt just a little bit. Let me see if I can put something under it. Well, kinda. Let me see if I can move this around. I'll try to come back a little bit. Can you kind of see that? My light out of the way. That I thought turned out really cute. I had that large snowman head. I've had that for quite some time. I never could figure out what could I use that for. So I thought it looked really cute in there. He's got this little knitted scarf and a wire. I've got the snowflake in the back, if you can see that. I hope you can see that. And then I've got these little snowballs, greenery, the berries, the pine cones, made this cute little green and white snowflake bow, and put some little wooden snowflakes from the Dollar Tree on the front. That's a pretty large arrangement, so I've got $35 on that. Get this back down, maybe. I was real happy and pleased. Sorry, I'm trying to move this back with the way that turned out. That back. Then I made some floral arrangements. Let me see if that's where I want to go. Pretty sure it is. I've got some floral arrangements and some trays. Now, all of the transfers on my floral arrangements have come from IOD transfers. It either came from last year's figgy pudding or it has come from this year's Christmas Valley. So I'll set those aside. These are so much fun to work with. I wish she would come out with I like last year's because they're small, and if you don't have something large to put them on, you know, they really work for your vases or your floral arrangements, or, you know, a smaller piece of wood. So anyway, we'll show you what we did with that. So let's go with this one first. This is, well, I like them all. What am I saying? I like them all. Got stuck there. This one, this is a transfer. This was an old, I think it had like a Christmas design on it. It was kind of an old thing. I think it was actually a floral container, but it's tin. And I picked that up, gosh, years ago at a flea market, never had used it. And I thought, well, I'm going to paint that black. I'm going to put that little cardinal transfer on there. Then I put a clear wax over the top, and then I just added in some kind of, you know, wildlife, Christmassy looking greeneries and florals and some berries. And I love this little pick. You can see it's got the wire twine in it. And then I made this little funky bow out of some kind of tartan fabric. It's the black and red with a little bit of gold in it. And I thought that was really pretty. And I'm selling these for, I think I'm going to put 22 on these. You can tell me what you think about some of these prices. I have to figure in, you know, all of this greenery, you know, it adds up. And of course the ribbon for the bow, and let's see, the burlap, and of course the DIY paint. So, and a time. So I think it's really pretty. I think 22 is a good price. And let's see, this one, I really like this one. Get it through here. I hope we can see this. This is a transfer. I got these little urns. They're not really urns. I don't know what you call them. Crocks. Not really a crock. But anyway, I got this at an estate sale. It's a Better Homes and Garden. And I painted it with the Farm Fresh. Then I added this bird transfer. Isn't that pretty? And I just love the colors, where it kind of goes in that. I dry brushed it with a white chalk paint. And I had some of this lamb's ear. This is pretty popular in arrangements. So I added some lamb's ear all the way around. And then I made this white bow. It's a wire, kind of a satiny bow, but this is kind of dressy looking. I might pull those out a little bit. I kind of like that. And then I added some twine, just a little bit of twine around here by the bird and the handles, with a couple of little white bells. Now I'll probably be selling that. I've got 25 on that one. Now this next one, move this out of the way. This next one was using an IOD mold. And here's a little reindeer from the mold. I painted this with Waverly mineral paint. And then I made my reindeer out of this mold. This is new this year. This is called Jingle. Move that back a little. It's called Jingle, and this is the mold I used. Then I used twine to go around the top, and I added 2 little rusty bells on this one. My tree's getting hung in my other stuff. These little rusty bells on this one. And this tree, I just love this tree down in here. This tree I got at an estate sale, And so I thought that would look really cute down in there. Now, if whoever purchased it would want to add some lights or something, that would be really pretty in there as well. Or if you wanted to add, you know, some ornaments. This is hard to get in this whole thing here. And I'm going to ask $30 for that one. Oops. There we go. And now we're going to move on to some trays. Oops, a light on there. This is an IOD design, and don't you just love these birds? It's a transfer. It is not a Christmas transfer. This came in another packet. And this board, you get this board at Walmart. I can't remember. I thought it was very reasonable. I want to say, give or take $10. Not totally sure, but it's already whitewashed like that. It's cut. All I did was put on my transfer. I sealed it, and I went to Habitat for Humanity, and I found these little handles, and I had my husband put those on there for me. And I'm going to sell these little trays. They're very cute for $18. I need a place to put this, ladies. Okay. Oh, I love this one too. Now this is Christmas. This is IOD. And the board, again from Walmart. But isn't that pretty? The grain that it shows and the way they have, you know, dry brushed or whatever they've done to it. And this, this Merry Christmas came from IOD. These little hollies came from IOD. And this Santa came from IOD. And again, I got these handles at Habitat for Humanity. I thought they looked really good on there. And I'm selling this one for $18. This tray, this is an IOD design, and I got the tray itself from the Dollar Tree. I can't remember if it was $3 or $5, one of the two. And then I used the IOD transfer of the truck to put there. I also used an IOD, this is an ornament, and I used IOD pine, you can see that, to put up here on the top of the ornament. Now I also have some stamps from IOD, and they're kind of like wood grain, or, you know, just kind of different things. I thought I would put that around the edges. I painted this a mineral Waverly paint, and then I took white wax after I got it all the way I wanted it. Well, first you seal it, of course, before you put any of this on, and then I used the white wax to go over it to give it kind of a soft look. I don't know if that's showing up really soft on my camera, but it gives it kind of that soft look. I tried to put a little more around the edges than on the truck itself. And I'm selling that for $16. Oops, goodness. Oh. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, I have another floral arrangement, and this also is an IOD transfer. I think I showed this before I had actually put my arrangement in there and added the bow. But if you haven't seen that, this is an aluminum kind of galvanized tin. I painted it black, then I took some red and kind of dry brushed over these little lines on it, and around there. Then I took the IOD transfer, put on here, added some greenery, some pine cones that I thought would complement the transfer. Then I had some pine cones and pine ribbon that I made my little bow to go on that. I'm going to set that there a minute. And then this was a galvanized tin. I'm trying to think. I think I got this at a sidewalk sale. I haven't priced this yet, but I'm thinking probably 20, and I painted it red chalk paint, DIY chalk paint, and then I took black and kind of went around these little rings on the inside. I sealed it, and then I put on this IOD transfer, and I think this is just so cool. I mean, if you have like a cabin or a lodgy place or you know, like deers and wildlife, you would love this. I think this is absolutely beautiful. And I thought that, you know, pair it with these little candles that I made. Oh, I wish I had a wider camera lens or something so you could see this. But anyway, I thought too, with that tray like it is, see if I can come down a little bit. See it better. With that tray like it is, wouldn't this be cute beside that if it's sitting on a buffet or something? And you could put pine cones in here, you could set candle in there, whatever you'd like. And also I thought this could pair up with that as well, the little cardinal floral range, because it's the black, it's the red, and gives you that kind of outdoorsy theme. Now, one more thing, well, a couple more actually. Here's another tray. I got this at a estate sale, and it was just a metal tray. And what I did with that was I took Cashew Waverly chalk paint. I painted that. It's got these little black handles. I painted those. And then I kind of took a sandpaper and kind of roughed it up a little bit to make it look a little distressed. Then I sealed it. After it was sealed, I took the transfers from IOD. This is like a wreath. Isn't that pretty? Can you see? I mean, the detail in these transfers is just amazing. Then it's got this little log cabin with a tree. If you can see that good. Put this over. But it's just so pretty. And then I took the white wax and I went around the inside. Then it looks like I may have taken a little bit of dark wax and just went around the edges there. I don't have a price on that, but it's probably going to be around either $18 or $20. It's pretty heavy. Okay. Now this is going to be really hard for me to get this all in. I'm trying to think here. All right, let's move these. This next one, it was kind of fun to do, kind of experimenting a little bit. I watched, I'm sorry, I'm probably right, my head is probably right in that camera. I wasn't even thinking, I'm just trying to make room here. But that was a good shot. I've been watching some tutorials and how they try the transfers on different surfaces. So I thought I had picked up this mirror at an estate sale. Oops. And it's really heavy. It was gold. It was like that shiny gold underneath. You can kind of see a little of it as I let it come through. I'm trying not to let those lights just blind you. But anyway, let me lay it down and maybe I can take my camera and move over it actually. Yeah. So I painted it with white chalk paint. Then I took a dark wax and went over it. And since it was gold underneath, I took a little bit of sandpaper and went over some of the more ornate designs on there so I could let just a little bit of that gold show through. I'll try to get down here where you can see that. And then I took this kind of like a little swag transfer from IOD, and you just put it on the same way. You don't have to seal it. And of course you don't seal it when it's on there. And to clean it, I would just take a dry cloth and go over the transfer. You can probably get by just, you know, cleaning inside on your mirror, but you don't want to get the transfer wet. And then up here, I just took some greenery at the top. This is an oval, and after all that, I took a dark wax and went over a little bit of that with dark wax. I hope you get the gist of this. I mean, it really did turn out pretty. I'm going to sell this, and I really don't know what I'm going to sell this for. Like I said, it's really heavy. I think it turned out really pretty, but it's going to have to go to someone, you know, who wants a Christmas mirror. It would be seasonal. So if you have any suggestions on what to sell this for, just leave that down in the comment area. I would appreciate that. I think I have just one more item, maybe two. Set this over here. Okay, let's see. Okay, here's this one. I have to adjust my camera a little bit. I don't know if you can see all that. Okay, this looks like it's been framed. Actually, what this is, it's a cabinet door from Habitat for Humanity, and I just took some sandpaper and I just kind of sanded around. It was already black, so I didn't have to do much with that. And then I taped it off, painted the inside white, chalk paint, of course, and then I sealed it. I put on the transfer, just the way it says, and then I dark waxed all over the top of it. Now I haven't added, actually I think I did paint this black because I think it was this wood color. Let's see if you can see. I think it actually was this wood color, and I painted it black and sanded that off. But on the back, I'm going to have to add a hanger. And it's got this little hole place in it. You can see where it was a cabinet door. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to work that, but I will have a hanger on it. And I was thinking about pricing this at like $22.50. You can tell me what you think about that. Okay. Now, another thing I want to share with you, because I had shared it on another tutorial video project share. It was this little chip and dip tray, and I used it kind of as a tier tray, in the sense of putting little tier tray things on it. But I thought, you know, I want to sell this too, and it looks better with something on it. So I took an IOD transfer and just put over the top of it, and I've added clear wax. I haven't even buffed it off yet. But if you want to use it for Christmas, you know, that's not a problem. You can, you know, I had a doily on it when I was featuring it with little Christmas items. So anyway, I did that. Now I have one more thing, and it's not IOD, but I want to share it with you. see if we can, let me move this. I don't want to scratch it up. I'll lay that there and put it kind of in the camera. Sorry, that was kind of loud. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find places for all this big stuff. My plan is when I get all this shared and priced and inventoried in my square, I am going to pack it up. Yeah, and leave me a little room down here. This is a shadow box. Now this shadow box I have had probably 2 or 3 years, and that's not going to work because of the glare. Let's see if that works any better. Hopefully. But I found these prints, and they look old. I'm not sure if they are really old or they're just made to look old. But it's a print of it came upon the Midnight Clear. Gives a little bit of history of it down below. Oh gosh, I know that's glaring. Let me lay it down. That's better. And then I added some greenery on the side, a little bit of pine with a pine cone, and wrapped that with twine. And I painted this black. It was all white, but I wanted this to be black. And I think I'm going to sell this for $20. So I hope you've enjoyed my project share today. I've been really busy, and I have more things to share with you. Some more, I call them my small little things. And I've got those finished, but I have not shared those yet. So that'll probably be one of my next ones to make sure I get those all inventoried and get those packed away. So again, thank you for stopping by. I hope you've enjoyed watching some of these little projects that I've made. And if you're into wanting to paint and use transfers, I highly recommend IOD. They have some beautiful ones. And if you like to redo furniture, a lot of her IOD prints can be like in 4 pieces or something. You could put them on the front of a dresser. You could put them on the inside of a hutch, you know, and paint the hutch pretty, or put them on a chair or anything, a trunk. So anyway, just some ideas for you, and have a wonderful day. Again, if you haven't had a chance to subscribe, please hit that subscribe button and give me a like if you wouldn't mind. Have a nice evening, and until next time, bye-bye.